Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So I got an interesting video for you today. I'm up in Riga, Latvia, the biggest of the three Baltic states, a population of about 1.8 million people, with a third of those residing right here in Riga. I'm staying in the old town for 4 nights, 3 full days to explore this beautiful city. Amazing architecture, lots of history, a unique food, and I cannot wait to try this famous Balsam liquor that they're known for. So we're gonna get into Riga. It should be good. Stay tuned. Who knows what we'll get up to. 3 full days in the old town and wherever else we can get into in Riga. So behind me is the House of the Blackheads, and in the early 1300s it was used as a warehouse for merchants, and then in the early 15th century it was used as a meeting place for the Guild of the Blackheads, which was a group of single merchants. The outside looks amazing. It's one of the more popular tourist places here in Riga. So we're gonna go inside, do a little tour, check it all out. Should be fun. And just outside the House of the Blackheads is the location of the first ever Christmas tree. Back to the year 1510, the merchants here from the House of the Blackheads came out, decorated it with artificial roses, danced around it, and then set it on fire. Kind of an interesting little thing. I think closer to Christmas there will actually be a tree here, but for now it's just the little marker in the ground. So on the other side of the river from the old town, you'll find the National Library of Latvia, the beautiful building behind me. Highly recommend coming over and having a spin through. It's absolutely stunning. And if you're gonna visit Latvia in November like I did, you're gonna want a windproof jacket, some gloves, and of course a toque. And a toque is just Canadian for winter hat. But anyways, it's a little breezy. It's not super cold. Gets to about 0 in the morning, but in the afternoon it's anywhere between like 6 and 11 Celsius, so not too bad, but you're definitely going to want to dress appropriately. Beautiful place in November though, I must say, with the leaves falling and everything and the colors changing. Absolutely stunning. So I'm currently over at Kronvalda Park here in Riga, and it is absolutely stunning. It's like a huge area with like winding paths, and there's some monuments and kind of like statues and stuff. Highly recommend grabbing a coffee, coming up here and having a walk through. It's absolutely beautiful, surrounded by some beautiful buildings too, and there's like a little canal that runs through it. We're going to take a walk through, and I'll highlight some of the nicer areas, but the whole thing is absolutely stunning. Highly recommend coming up here for sure. So I crossed over one of the main avenues, and I'm still in the park system, but the name has changed. I'll drop it below because I don't want to butcher it, but these parks are amazing. I'm now heading up. I'm not really sure what this is, but it's kind of like a terraced, looks almost like an old fortification, but I'm going to see if I can get to the top. It is stunning here. The parks are beautiful. I know I said that before, but they really are. I love exploring new cities, and the best thing to do is get out on foot and walk around, and that's what I did. As soon as the sun cracked this morning, I went out, and wow, I am not disappointed. This place is beautiful. Yeah, so I can't find a name of what this is, this installation, but once you get up here, it's literally just a bunch of benches in a circle. I don't know, but the views are amazing. These walls look quite old though. Here's like back towards the city into the old town view, and then I'm going to take you over to the canal side here, which is, this canal is super gorgeous. Just love it here. The architecture in Riga is beautiful, the parks are beautiful, and there's city crews out everywhere like grooming the place and stuff. Check this out. Here's the canal side, absolutely stunning. Off on the other side there, that is the Freedom Monument. We'll head over there in a second, but yeah, wow, beautiful. So I'm over at the Freedom Monument here in Riga, and it honors the soldiers that fell during the War of Latvian Independence. You can tell behind me there's a 2-soldier honor guard, and they actually do a change of the guard every hour or so. I literally just missed it. Spectacular monument, unveiled in 1935. Definitely take a walk up here. It's connected to the park system, and it is fantastic. So I've been walking around Riga now for about 2 hours, and the buildings here are amazing. The architecture, the attention to detail, it's absolutely beautiful. Every time you turn a corner, there's a nice park, a statue, or a building. The building behind me is the National Opera, and yeah, I'm just loving it. I don't know why we don't do more of this back in North America. I mean, Ottawa and Washington, D.C. have some beautiful buildings, of course, and there is the odd one, but literally every time you turn a corner here, there's something unique, and it's just amazing. Really enjoying just walking around Riga. I haven't even got inside of a building yet, just on the streets, and it's mind-blowing. So I just popped into Caffeine there, a little cafe behind me. It's super quiet in there, like a library, so I didn't want to film inside. But I had a peppermint mocha, a cheesecake, and a sparkling rhubarb drink. Fantastic. Highly recommend stopping in here. They also have some other cool drinks like cinnamon bun latte, and they had, of course, pumpkin spice lattes and all that stuff. Highly recommend it. Beautiful cafe. Food is wonderful. Anyways, let's go check out some more of Riga. So I'm over here at St. Peter's Church in Riga, and it's a fantastic old church, originally built between 1202 and 1209. A €9 ticket will get you access into the church. You can explore like the altar. They have a statue that used to be in the town square. Now it's in the church. They have some old artifacts and history panels. But the main thing you want to check out is the elevator ride up to the top, 60 meters into the air, and you have panoramic views of the city. It is fantastic. So I'm going to head up there as soon as I get my ticket. So I'll meet you at the top, and then I'll leave you with a few shots of the church and stuff like that. So I'm up on the observation deck here at St. Peter's, 60 meters in the air. It's windy, it's cold, but the views are spectacular. You got to come and check it out. So I stopped at the stage for lunch here, right in the heart of the old town. Went with a few IPAs, which were fantastic, all made here in Latvia. And then I started with some fried pork skin or cracklins, dusted with some chili. And then I went with the black burger, which was venison, some other toppings, but the sauce was lingonberry, which was fantastic. And some super salty fried potatoes. Absolutely phenomenal. Highly recommend checking out the stage here right in the heart of Riga. So I'm down here at another famous landmark, the Three Brothers, which are the 3 oldest medieval houses here in the city of Riga, built by 3 different members of the same family. It is now the Architectural Museum of Latvia. Really cool spot. There's a cafe right around the corner, and it's labeled as the most romantic cafe in the city, so maybe we'll go check that out too. So behind me is the Museum of Soviet Occupation, and that ran from I think the 40s into the early 1990s. Be a very interesting museum to go and have a look at. And then off to the side is a memorial to the victims of the Soviet occupation. So I think we'll probably have a little browse through here. It should be pretty deep, but should be very, very interesting. So just getting out of the Museum of the Occupation of Latvia, and yeah, it's deep, a little sad, but it is wonderfully done. They really, it's fantastic actually. They covered it really well. It's fully bilingual, so if you're English, no problem. You can read all the panels, audio tour, videos, all that kind of stuff. They have some great displays, literally everything you could think of. If you want to know the history of Latvia in the occupation, it's It's deep, but definitely check it out. It's probably one of the best museums I've been at in a long time. All right, guys, day 2 here in Riga, and last night I met up with my daughter. She's been working in Latvia for a few months, so I figured I'd pop up and visit her. Last night we had a fantastic dinner in the old town. So we stopped at Colonel here in the old town of Riga for dinner tonight. Fantastic. Started off with some rye bread and this fantastic garlic sauce that you'll find here all over Riga. The texture of the rye bread was almost like it was deep fried. Beautiful. And then I had a wonderful mustard steak with like a cranberry kind of gastrique with it. Phenomenal. And my daughter just went with some mussels. Highly enjoyed it. Definitely check this place out if you're in Riga. And then we enjoyed a mojito and an old-fashioned over at Spot Cafe. So this morning we're over at the Central Market in Riga, and it's the largest market in Europe, and it's actually housed in old Zeppelin hangars back from like World War II. Really cool. So we're gonna explore the market, the meat, fish, fruits, vegetables, and the food hall. Of course, we're gonna try a bunch of Latvian stuff, probably grab a Latvian beer and whatever else we can find here. We're gonna be here for a little bit, so stay tuned. It's going to be a tasty and amazing time. All right, so we got fresh, hot marmalade donuts. The marmalade is literally in the ring. These are fantastic. And this is a sausage roll, but not in the traditional sense, like if you're from England. It's like a deep fried dough with like a hot dog kind of inside, like a nice smoky sausage. Fantastic. It's like a pogo on steroids. These are amazing, and this was like €1.20 for this thing. Absolutely delicious. All right, guys, we're gonna try these dumplings here. Covered in dill, put it in some sour cream. Bursting with flavor. These are amazing. So stopped at another dumpling stand. These ones are shaped a little more like a pierogi, steam burning off them, but they're filled with a tart cherry. So we'll give these a try here. Burning hot, but look at the inside of that. Amazing. Very tasty. So we're on our way up to the KGB Museum here in Riga, and we found this little cool cafe. It's vegan, and it's called MIIT, I believe maybe MIT or meat. Anyway, fantastic little place. We went with a little Snickers bar, a vegan brownie. I had an espresso. Brianna went with a matcha latte, and then we also had a kombucha, which was fantastic. I'm not really into kombucha, but this one was delicious. Anyway, neat little vibe in there. Definitely check it out. Fantastic little spot. So we decided to do the KGB Museum tour, part of the Museum of the Occupation of Latvia. Highly recommend visiting both museums here in Riga. The KGB Museum tour will last 1 hour. A ticket for an adult is €10. Fantastic, covers all the history of the KGB, the Soviet Union, and all that kind of stuff. You'll see the interrogation room, the cells, the kitchen, the exercise yard, and you will finish off in the execution room. Fantastic tour, highly recommended if you're in Riga. It's amazing. So we're in the old town and we're at a cafe here. It's the most romantic cafe in Riga, apparently. It's called Paranasam. I went with a cherry balsam and Brianna went with a pomegranate tea. Let's have a quick sip. Oh, this stuff is amazing. So if you're in the city and you don't know what you want to get to eat, then I highly suggest you come and check out Lido or Lido here behind me. It's kind of like cafeteria style. Pour your own beer, you pour your own wine, your own Aperol spritz. You can go around the kind of like a food counter. They have all kinds of hot dishes, cold dishes, fruit, dessert, salads. It's absolutely amazing. We went in, had a little snack, but you can eat some amazing Latvian food in here, all kind of traditional Latvian food. And if you have not tried the rye bread and the garlic sauce, this is probably the cheapest place you're gonna find it. It's only €1.20 for the rye bread with the garlic. It is so amazing. Anyways, you gotta check out this place here, right in the old town, cafeteria style food, amazing. Check out Lido or Lido. All right guys, so just wrapping up the video here in Riga. Had a fantastic time. Highly recommend you visit. I am definitely coming back in the summer to all 3 Baltic states. Tons of history here. The people are super friendly. The food is fantastic. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you in the next one.